You may have seen someone with a partially filled wine glass make music by rubbing the rim.
Is this your new hobby since I'm going to college?
If you have ever rubbed a clean, wet finger along the edge of a wine glass, you may have heard the wine glass make a singing sound. As your finger moves along the rim of the glass, it sticks and slides. This causes the glass to vibrate. According to academia.edu, if you reach the glass's resonant frequency, or the natural frequency where the glass will vibrate the most, it creates a sound of the same frequency. You can change that frequency by adding or removing water. This makes the sound higher and lower in the glass by changing the resonant frequency and lowering the pitch. It's a simple experiment you may have seen before.
You need to practice before you take that show on the road.
I will, but we're going to take this experiment an additional step. We can't hear anything if molecules in the air aren't vibrating. We know the glass is vibrating to create a sound, but those sound waves are traveling through the air molecules for us to be able to hear them. This means if we have another glass with a similar resonant frequency, we can send vibrations from one glass to another through the air. So all we need is another wine glass. Or as I like to call them, fancy science glasses.
You're gonna go with that?
We need to set the glasses next to each other, but not allow them to touch. Make sure to fill them as closely to the same amount as you can. Set a toothpick or two on the rim of one of the glasses, then wet your finger and create sounds with the other. You'll see the toothpicks first start to move and then fall into the glass. This happens because the vibrations from one glass travels to the other through the air. Since they both have the same resonant frequency, they both vibrate. You can test your friends by saying you bet they can't make the toothpicks fall into the glass without touching them or blowing on them or hitting the table. When they can't figure it out, perform the experiment like magic. Sweet, sweet science and music.
And a really bad headache.
Reporting from home.
I'm Elizabeth Petelin.
And I'm meteorologist Ray Petelin.